Hello everyone, welcome back. I wanted to share a gun freezing experience with you guys that I had earlier this week. So on Thursday, pouring rain, I was training through the rain. I typically look at bad weather as an opportunity to train, right? Testing the equipment, testing myself, trying to push the envelope a little bit further. Guns got soaking wet, not a big deal. But then what happened was the following day, Friday, I was supposed to go to a different location to do some more training. And what I did is Thursday night, I packed up my equipment, packed up my guns, had them in the truck. So they stayed in the truck overnight, right? And then what happened is the next day I arrived at the training location, and I pull out my equipment, pull out my gun, and I go to do a function test, right? Because I always do a function test, before I begin any training exercise. So rack the slide, go to squeeze the trigger, right? I squeeze the trigger. I expect to hear a click. It's not clicking, right? So I'm looking at it, right? I can see it's picking up the slack, but it's not releasing the firing pin. So obviously, the water had gotten inside the slide, maybe inside the area where the firing pin is, and basically it froze. Okay, so it froze, and it was not letting the firing pin drop. Okay, so easy fix. Turned my truck back on, ran the heater for a few seconds. For a few minutes rather. Held the gun up by the heater, and it quickly thawed the gun out. Right, just needed to warm it up just a little bit. Within a few minutes, the gun, I was able to rack the slide, and it would go click. Okay, so an important lesson to be aware of. As the temperatures change from one day to the next, if your gun is soaked, right, there's a possibility that it may freeze. Now, with the AR-15s, just because there's much bigger parts, it's less likely that when you pull the trigger, the hammer is not going to drop. Just bigger parts, more powerful springs involved. The one thing you want to be aware of is if you get like snow or water inside your barrel, and then that freezes, and now you get little ice. You get some ice buildup inside of your barrel, and then you fire the gun. That can sort of be a catastrophic type of situation. So again, something you want to be aware of as you go through temperature changes, from really hot to really cold. Now, obviously, this is a situation where the gun was left in my truck overnight, and it had a chance to freeze up. Now, if you bring the guns indoors, or if the gun that you carry is obviously going to warm up, and it's not going to get a chance to freeze usually, right? It's usually not going to get a chance to freeze. You're in and out of the car. But if you're gonna shoot the gun on a wet day, store it in your truck, and the temperatures drops and it starts freezing up. Be aware that you could have ice buildup inside your gun. And what I would recommend, if in that type of situation, warm the gun up before you go to shoot it. And it doesn't take a lot. Just run the heater on high inside your car, your truck, and just if there's any ice in there, it'll loosen up a little bit. So just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope this was useful to you. If you're not a member of the channel, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.